3 people have messaged me on NetPlay this week asking if I would suck their dicks at Big House 7.
Really?
Well, they were all like low ranked, so I told them if they got to Masters, maybe. They were all like fucking bronze and stuff.
They're all just shitters. They probably just
I was
made
like,
the
this is our
account to
target
harass you.
demographic. These are the people that we're appealing to.
It's true.
All right, let's roll.
All right, I'm gonna start
Everyone
it.
got their Pepis at hand?
I do a little intro.
Pepis at the ready.
We got Crystal Pepis.
Crystal Pepis,
Fuck yeah.
the rarest kind. Okay, what's up, everyone? We booing right now, Bad Melee Podcast. We have 2 very special guests right now, one of whom is a shareholder of Reddit r/SSBM, which is Hulka. And we also have the 805 legend, Krusty Kurt, apparently a legend. I didn't know that.
Supposedly. That's what some people say.
People say, dude, Krusty Kurt has been around for a long time. And
does anyone really know?
I don't know. So who are you guys? I mean, besides what I just said.
I'm Hulka, as you said.
Let's ride.
All right,
What do
anyway.
you do? What's your day-to-day life like? What do you eat for breakfast?
I actually, funny you say that. So I didn't have enough wheat thins to make a full bowl, so I had like blueberry wheat thins, or not wheat thins.
I was gonna say
Frosted mini wheats.
you eat wheat thins like cereal. Fuck, dude.
Wheaties.
Yeah, okay,
Wheaties.
okay, yeah, they're Wheaties.
You boys in the valley are fucked up.
The frosted mini wheats, and then like there wasn't enough for a full bowl, so I just mixed it with Cheerios and had that.
Of course.
Jesus Christ.
Classic.
You have no. It's like you're an animal. There's no rules in your world.
I didn't know what else to do. My hands were tied.
I was lost, scared.
You can do what I do and meander around the kitchen for an hour looking for something proper to eat
Just
and
kinda
then just not
hope.
eating. Yeah, just kind of hoping you think of something good.
Sounds pretty familiar, actually.
And Krusty Kurt, who are you?
Who am I? I don't know.
I know your
actually.
Facebook picture has you staring at 2 hot dogs very apprehensively, not sure whether or not what to do.
What to do? Oh, it was a very scary situation because I wasn't really sure which wiener to eat first,
Right, yeah.
Of course.
We've all been there.
Right, because one had like onions on it. I think the other like didn't have onions.
Oh my god.
And I think like therein lay the confusion, Well, it's funny because I like don't even play Melee that much anymore. I used to be like really into it, but like these days I pretty much just like come to tournaments to play Monkey Ball afterward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Is that a thing? You guys like just break out the monkey ball and let it
Yeah.
ride?
Yeah, like after singles ends,
Actually, before the stream started, that's actually what we were doing.
Holy
that's how you
shit.
loosen up,
Yeah.
Just like a long day at work, just come home, pop on the monkey ball and chill.
Nothing like getting infuriated. Sorry, getting super angry at Monkey Ball for the next 30 minutes.
I feel like there's 2 kinds of people that like if they fuck up a word, they'll just change what they were gonna say, and then, or like and the other person will like just go until they get it. But like that's a good option select. I'm glad you went with that. So, Kurt, so what Hulka and Kurt are going to be on today for is they're going to tell us stories from the lore of the 805. Now, the 805 is a region in California, Southern California. What does it encompass, really? Because I mix up, actually, Burbank and, like, 805 a lot, but I guess it's not the same.
It's easy to like misunderstand because 805 goes as far north as like Slow, I think technically.
Yeah, Santa Barbara is slow around that area. It's actually a very large area. Like, and it's funny because our closest region is actually 818.
Yeah,
Right.
I think they're our closest neighbors. When we say 805, we basically mean like Ventura County, like Thousand Oaks, Simi to like Oxnard, basically, is as far as that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically our whole PR is, like Kurt said, it goes from Ventura, Oxnard over to Thousand Oaks.
Right. So, I mean, if you got your map at home of SoCal on your wall that everyone should have, just try to just draw like some outlines with a red Sharpie, and that is the region basically.
I actually just have a map of 805.
Or just 805 if you're really into If you're really into Wobblers. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and then everyone has that map, of course.
Oh, what was that news on Facebook about banning wobbling?
Yeah, you guys are
805?
having I've never seen this before. 805 is having an 805 only Arcadian. Like I can't join because I don't live there, and so it's only players that aren't ranked from the 805 area. And wobbling is banned.
Wobbling is banned.
And everyone's freaking out about it.
There's a lot of ruckus going on about that.
Yeah,
Some
let me tell
ruckus, dude.
Yeah, Chroma kind of got mad about that. I don't know.
And Didi was like, "Who are you?" So, do you guys like agree or like not or don't like care?
Well, the thing is that I think we only have like one other ICs who wobbles, so it's honestly not really a big deal at all. Like, it's like
It seems like a personal attack.
It's like I don't want that guy to win.
Dude, you can't wobble.
That's basically how it is.
Oh shit!
That's the long and short of it.
I'm just kidding. But like, the thing is though, this Arcadian is for people that aren't ranked on our PR.
I like agree and disagree with the situation. On one hand, I'm like, you know what? It's wobbling. Deal with it. Don't get wobbled, you know?
Yeah.
And on the other hand, it's like, well, you know, wobbling's like pretty strong, you know? Like for noobs who can't like avoid the grab, like
It definitely sucks. Like when you get grabbed, okay, imagine you pick up you go to your like second melee tournament ever and some fucking prick just like BPMs you to death. You're like, why am I here? Like,
it's like, is this fun for you?
Are we playing the same game?
That's exactly how I felt when I first found out Cheek's strengths in the game versus Spacey's. I went to my third tournament and played against a very chain grabby Cheek and ended up just getting like you know the copy pasta, right?
You were very mad.
I was very mad. I was the embodiment of that, where it's like I didn't even have the frames to react. I wish I knew what to do against this. The only reason he's winning right now is because he knows what to do and I don't.
He's like the main line is I am very mad. Like I drove all this way just to get chain grabbed or tech chased.
Yeah. They actually say like Colorado likes to claim that one. They like to claim that originated from CSU, Colorado State University. But I actually think it's a NorCal meme. And there's actually two warring factions that like claim the meme, and I'm sure it'll go down one day. I'm sure someone will die and it'll be solved finally, but it'll take only bloodshed to solve this this battle.
Settle this dispute.
Yeah.
I mean, it is pretty important, you know, like who owns the meme.
That's right, because you get to say that, right? Like, we're the best memers, and that means a lot to some people.
That's, you know, some people kind of revolve their whole region around that.
Yeah, or their tournament series, as in the case of FD, the Arcadian. I was gonna save this later, but we might as well talk to it now. Me and Hulka went to an Arcadian that was hosted at this venue called Final Destination in SoCal.
Now,
and
let me tell you about that venue real quick. That venue was great. No complaints.
As far as I know, they've hosted quite a few like just fine tournaments prior to this.
Okay, the problem is it's literally smaller than like a fucking
micro penis.
It's like my dick was like, wow, this is pretty small. You know, like it's a small venue. It's really not meant to hold as many players as it did. Okay, so last year they did the same thing. They had an Arcadian, they had a pop bonus. It wasn't as big. This year's pop bonus was $600, which is huge. Even for like
it came from like Ringler's piggy bank or something. Right?
Yeah, right. When I was I lost to Ringler, by the way, and during the match they were chanting Ringler's rich. Ringler's rich. I was like, really? Jesus Christ. I don't know if this was against him or for him, but either way. Last year they did the same thing, small ass venue, and it rained. So it's okay to have a small venue when you can like go outside and chill, and there was like a tent with setups. I've seen tournaments a lot that do that. They'll have outside setups, not that bad. But when it's raining, it just really, really sucks. So it rained last year. This year, they did the same exact thing, and like one of the 3 fucking days of the year that it rains in California, it rained again.
Oh, God.
So it's like, Jesus Christ. Like, for one, it's like God himself doesn't want this Arcadian to run successfully, apparently. And for two, it made everything really shitty. If you want to be inside, you have to be around, like, the smell was really weird. It was like a mixture of, like, old pants and rainwater and just Smasher smell. It was all that.
You know, like wet dog.
Wet dog, but wet Smasher smell.
You know, I heard someone said that the venue also had a hint of raid.
Raid. Yeah. There are roaches. I will say their trailer was really funny because it was at the end. It was just footage of them messing around in the venue, like at a tournament. It's usually like 9-man locals they host, and there was like 3 cockroaches that started like scuttling across the floor, and everyone starts freaking out, dude. It's actually really funny. They are very self-aware, but the FD and the crew there likes to pride themselves that like we don't take it as seriously. Like we're really me and like we're not esports. And that's fine, but like it became their sort of excuse for everything that was going wrong. I mean, they were really sorry. Like the TO was like, "Dude, this sucks. Sorry about the rain, guys. This is a pain in the ass." But like the commentary was pretty bad and stuff, and they would be like, "Well, it's FD. What are you gonna do?" And it's just kind of like, come on, dude. Like people, you can meme and also hold yourself to a higher standard. Like that was my argument.
Yeah, dude, it's kind of hard to play in some matches when you got, you know, cockroaches on your controller. Like, you know,
Can't play in these conditions.
Yeah,
man.
if you're a pussy, maybe go to FD a little more, dog.
that's true. The FD guys are just used to that.
Clearly a different breed of Smash.
Zeke, are there any just super shitty tournaments in Colorado?
They're all at pretty nice venues because they're all like college campuses and stuff. But when we had them in Aurora, which is like known to be the shitty part of Denver, just like super run down. It's where I used to live because, you know, I'm impoverished and whatnot.
That's right.
We had a venue called you remember ATA, right, Anthony?
Mm-hmm. ATA was fucked up, dude.
Yeah, that was probably the most rundown venue we had. There was like, it was in the heart of Aurora, and it's an arcade, so there would just be like tons of just ethnic children running around playing Grand Theft Auto, yelling the N-word at each other while people were playing like tournament sets.
Yeah, they like run in front of the TV while you're like playing a tournament set. I remember.
Yeah, it was so funny. So we didn't have like any.
Push them out of the way.
It wasn't like disgusting. Well, it got disgusting as like it came closer and closer to shutting down. But no roaches or anything. The bathrooms they only had one for men, and then the other one was for handicapped folks.
Yeah, so men and handicapped men.
Yeah, women. Yeah, so that's about it.
Women need to go to the Chipotle next door.
No, it was a Qdoba. Don't you ever get those
Qdoba. That's right. I forgot.
Free guac at Qdoba.
You know, that kind of reminds me of the old Super Arcade venue back at when SSS first started.
Oh, those bathrooms were like out of control.
Yeah, I never got to experience those. That was like way before my time. But I heard there was an Arcadian there that ran until 3 a.m.
Yeah. So I was there.
I was there too.
Oh, you were?
I think so. Yeah.
My pool did not start until 9:30 p.m.
What the fuck? How does that even happen?
Yeah, Blur was on something that day. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, I remember at ATA there was like a back room where it's like it led into the bathrooms, and I was walking through there once, and there were 3 kids rolling a blunt on like a table, and there was another kid. These are like high school kids, and they're like, there was another kid telling him, "Hey, you guys shouldn't be rolling a blunt in there." And like, "Shut up, Chris! I'm gonna beat your ass. You tell on us or whatever." And I was like, "Holy shit!"
Poor Chris.
I was like, "This is so fucking like ratchet." But you know what? That's Melee, I guess. Sometimes it happens.
Melee is pretty ratchet.
It's true. But yes. So anyway. The 805, the legendary region. What's the lore, dude? What happened? What happened in the day?
One last thing before we transition.
Yeah.
I have one last thing to say about this Arcadian. Just SoCal's fastest hedgehog.
Yeah.
Really?
What?
That was the Arcadian's name.
Oh, yeah.
SoCal's fastest
Why?
hedgehog, too. Well, I mean, if you win, you are the fastest hedgehog, I guess.
Oh, so, you know.
Sure, I'm just a regular hedgehog.
Why does that make you the fastest hedgehog?
I think it does. I'm a slow hedgehog. I didn't even make it out.
Maybe like the fastest thinking hedge. I don't know, dude.
But why hedgehog in the first place?
By the way,
because hedgehogs are pets, so you take all your lower ranked players and put them in a box like ant fighting, and just watch them duke it out for your own merriment.
Yeah, there's one bloody winner.
That's hedgehog.
He climbs the tower of dead hedgehogs, and he was the fastest one. And it turned out to be TP Fox.
By the way, I encourage all of you to Google your name and then the hedgehog right after.
That is a fun game.
Oh, fuck it.
So
Ezekiel the
have fun with
hedgehog.
that,
I can
guys.
only imagine.
No, Ezekiel the Hedgehog's sick. He's got steel powers. He's very edgy.
That's their secret. They're all edgy.
That's the Sonic aesthetic.
What do steel powers entail?
I don't know.
He has the power to control
like
steel.
Magneto,
He's
yeah.
made of steel, dude. His spines are solid steel. He's sick. I drew him myself.
That's the strat. It's him. He's the one who makes the OC.
He controls everything.
I think Anthony the Hedgehog literally says like hates his parents. Unironically. That's the one I found.
Does it really say hates his
I
parents?
swear to God, I'll look it up again, but it said something like hates living at home or hates his parents or something like that a hedgehog wouldn't really have to deal with if you really think about it. But yeah, a lot of projection going on.
It's the den.
Yeah, so SoCal's Fastest Hedgehog, it wasn't as bad as I think SoCal's making it out to be, but it was kind of shitty.
The TOing was actually really good. We ended on time, and but that was it.
Yeah, the seating was bad. The venue sucked. The rain sucked, but that's not really their fault. All right, dude, hit me with that lore. Let's ride.
Those young mythologies.
All right. So basically, how 805 all started out was we all went to Evo 2013, and that's where we all kind of met up with each other. And we actually we're all at the friendlies area. I believe it was Kurt and my friend Matt.
I think so, yeah.
And they're like, so where are you from? Oh, like we both ended up being from like Thousand Oaks. And
that was always the crazy thing. You go to a tournament and you're like, oh, where are you from? Like, oh, I'm from Thousand. Like, no, You're not from Thousand.
I live 5 miles away from you. It's like, okay.
But yeah, we just kept meeting each other at these little events and realizing that there was actually a scene here when we thought there was no one. And then we just started hosting turnouts in my garage, and shit just started rolling together and escalating,
But yeah,
how many people would come to the garage tournaments?
15 or so.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, the first one that we had was about 20, and then all the old school 805 people showed up, Plan 9, Oscar, Embrace the 12, and I believe the Great Leon. And I only old school people will really know who these guys are. And they kind of helped train us up a little bit.
Oh sure, yeah.
Got you in a fighting shape.
Absolutely. We were all scrub lords at the time. So that little era lasted for a couple months, and then
we actually had another series after Kurt's Garage called Goldio's Garage, and that's actually Goldio, by the way, is he's this one dude that used to he made Puff, and he used to host all the time, all these garage tournaments. I believe there was 9.
It was a whole bunch.
There was a lot, and that's basically where we trained up. That was our stomping grounds.
Absolutely. We made up this game at these tournaments where on 20XX you can play on race to the finish level and the big blue marathon race.
Right, like the adventure mode stages and stuff.
Exactly. We used to play this game where one player would have to run away and everyone else would have to beat them up and keep them from getting to the end, basically, and knee them into the other doors that don't count for winning. It's actually a little absurd. What?
Oh yeah. So amidst all of that, this was during our days where we thought we were way better than we were.
Oh god.
And for some reason, we just started talking shit to UCLA for no reason. And they were stacked. They had Takatsu, they had Zio, they had Kobayashi, they had who else did they have? They had all those people, and then at the time it was Baby Hulka,
Baby tier, 805.
Yeah, Baby Noah, Baby Kurt, and basically what ended up happening was everyone ended up getting super drunk.
Yeah, because okay, so Lovage, I was one of the only people who believed we could win. And Lovage was there's no way. And so he got drunk, and then all of the people who rode in his car got drunk, and then it was just oh no, everyone's drunk.
By the time you got there, everyone's drunk.
So wait, this was a UCLA crew battle?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
And UCLA. Okay, so before this, the crew battle. What happened at the crew battle was everyone was drunk, and then I actually had to sub in for one of the guys because he was too drunk to play. And like we ended up just getting
I
trunched.
think we lost by 16 stocks, something
Oh
absurd.
my god.
It was pretty bad.
And it was all streamed too.
It was all
It's like
streamed.
UCI versus anyone.
Yeah, the footage is out there, and like
Yeah, and
Oof.
and so UCLA being a dry campus, the security, the campus security actually said they smell alcohol, and like they're like they heard this big ruckus going on, and
yeah. Keep in mind, this is like the loudest we've ever been, and 805 is known for being like,
And
kind of rowdy already.
So was it like in the game room or something at UCLA?
someone would like get a grab, and then
like no follow up? Oh, he grabbed him.
the audio levels were off the chart, dude.
Jesus Christ.
And so, yeah, we got in trouble with campus security, and then like we had to give, everyone had to give their IDs to campus security. Just like, so if you do anything like that again, then we'll get in more trouble. Or so, I don't know. I don't actually know what happened, but like all the students got written up though.
The best part was my like non-smasher friend Paige went to UCLA, and she came to watch, and she was like in the room like this innocent bystander, and she gets like written up and like
Oh my god, that's so terrible.
what?
hanging out with a bunch of nerds.
Just like
Wait,
had
so
no
were any
idea
of
what
the-
she was in for.
Were the UCLA people drunk at all?
No, I don't think so.
So
There's
they
still-
You came there.
you showed up drunk and they all got in trouble.
What
Jesus
a-
Christ.
Is
What a
Zio
fucking
like
region.
still salty about that? Like, does anyone ever say like, "God damn it, fuck you guys"? I had to explain to my parents like.
A bunch of nerds showed up and ruined everything.
Crashed our clubhouse.
Yeah, that was the part. Oscar later on posted. He was like, "Yeah, whatever, we lost, but at least we trashed their club." that was a fun time.
So wait, did Oscar play in that crew battle, or he just kind of like oversee you guys, coach you?
Oh, he played.
Oh yeah, he definitely he played our. You know, at least he tried.
Right,
You
right.
just know who Brandendorf is?
Yeah, he plays PM now, right? But
Yeah, I think
that Ganon
so.
player, yeah.
He's like a solid Ganon.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, he like shouldn't beat Oscar in a normal situation, but he like fucked him up. He was like taunting on him and doing all this like crazy stuff.
What
But,
a
you know, it
what a
happens.
dick! It's hard to imagine Lovage like getting dicked like that, like because he's always just been so sick. But I mean, I
Well,
guess
if you get him drunk enough, you know you'll see that.
I guess that's true with anybody. On a long enough timeline, everyone sucks if there's alcohol involved.
So
It's like
yeah,
a curve where it's like you have a little bit of alcohol and you get like way better.
Yeah, and then
And
it drops.
it drops really hard.
Drastically.
anyways, after that whole UCLA thing, I think was when JJ started to like be on the come up.
Okay. I remember I came to SoCal at sort of like the tail end of JJ's. I went for a couple of them, and then it ended up closing. But how long was it open for?
They had like at least I want to say like almost 30 JJs.
There was a
happen.
lot, and they're all really stacked.
Yeah, they were. That's what was really cool. It's like you get to. It's like a Sunday. It was a Sunday weekly, and it was really nice because you kind of get to go, and it was always happening. And there were like Jace would always go. Raffle was there a lot. Westballz sometimes. Hugo. And that was pretty cool. I remember I ripped JJ's. It was a good time. Fire and Term's cool too, but it's not the same. It's different. So
So
It's a
yeah,
different thing. Yeah.
on the first JJ's that Kurt and I went to,
Wait, is this?
yeah.
Oh dear.
So this
Oh,
is
no.
this is a fun story. So, me and Kurt enter teams together, and you know we win a couple matches.
We're doing pretty good.
We're
you know?
doing good.
We're a decent team.
And then we go against this team. Nico, he's a Marth main, not the Puff.
oh, okay.
Yeah, he doesn't really play anymore. And I believe he plays Smash 4. But anyways, his teammate was Wah, and he's a Sheik main. And so we're playing, and then I believe they have 3 stocks left, like 2 for the Marth and then 1 for the Sheik. And what ends up happening is like I die, and then Kurt's left with 1 stock. Or no, I had like 2 stocks.
Is this back when you played Luigi?
It was.
And Kurt,
And
do
then-
you play Falco?
I play Falcon.
Falcon? Okay.
So I died, and before I died, like Kurt also died, so he took my stock. And then what ended up happening was like Kurt had this fat comeback. Like
I was playing pretty good.
These
for
were
like a couple.
these were really good players. Like they're like above our level at the time.
And he's just running around like a wild cunt, just throwing up airs and knees around.
Just everywhere, yeah.
So, yeah, he, like, just destroys them. And then he gets Nico, the Marth main, off stage. And this is Nico's last stock.
He's, like, effectively dead,
basically. Yeah, he's dead if Kurt grabs the ledge. But then...
I, like, look at I'm like, oh, look at how far away he is. There's no way. He has no jump. He can't get back here. I'm gonna swag on this fool right now. So, like, I roll up on stage... And I do, like, the taunt, like, the backwards taunt, or it's all cool. And then I see him double jump, and I'm like, what? How? He, like, up there is back up the stage, or up B's, whatever. And I'm, like, so shook that he had his double jump, and I'm just, like, throwing my spaghetti everywhere.
You're just like, fuck, wait a minute. I'm going to fuck this all up right now. Like,
yeah,
all the adrenaline hits you at once, and you're like,
absolutely. Like, no, I might choke. And then, of course, he gets this, like, Randy Tipper just out of nowhere and dead. Done.
Oh, no.
Bet it all on the line with forward smash.
It sucks, too, when you taunt, because it's like, you have to back that up. And it's easy if they're already dead, but, like...
Oh, I was, like, the saltiest I've ever been. I it was, like, there was still one more game in the set, and I, like, walked over to the bathroom to sulk for a minute.
Oh, no.
You know, there's actually video. I have video evidence of this happening.
Of a sad Kurt, just like, oh.
It was all recorded.
It was all recorded.
You can hear me in the background, like I'm like, Kurt, you're amazing, and then you just Kurt.
Wow.
Oh
so what happened? You lost a set, I assume.
I think we lost. The set,
yeah, we lost it like 2-0.
Fuck, dude, never again.
Again.
So yeah, that's basically that. You know, JJ's happened, and then there's that whole JJ's timeline. That was actually like the first time I've ever beaten a ranked player, and the only time actually.
I remember the JJ streams. Oh my god, the internet was really bad there, so it was like 144p. And it just looked like a Picasso, like abstract colors of like with melee music playing. But the VODs were high quality because they're recorded. But like the stream was just like this disgusting mud of an image.
Sloppy mosaic tiles running around the screen.
Yeah. And then like the commentators let you know if something cool happened. And then the chat is just a shit show asking why it's so bad. Those were good times. I remember that.
The internet was actually so bad that we put in an internet command, like ! Internet, and it's like, oh, we're so sorry about the quality. You know, the quality's not like positive.
Nice.
So
pretty funny. I didn't know that.
And yeah, there was JJ's, and then we had Kurt and Goldio start up their own tournament series called 805 Alive.
Those are fun.
And it was our first big. I think it was Thousand Oaks like first ever
like regional
thing.
Yeah.
And then like a bunch of PR players came out, and it was a fun time. For some reason, Wes was sleeping on the floor for the whole time, but I don't, you know.
Nobody knows what goes on inside his mind.
So always up to no good, it would seem.
But yeah, 805 Live was a success, and then I believe after that was Evo 2014.
Wait, speaking of Westballz, there's this story that's been like passed down, like 805. It's like this legend almost. So Derek, Plan 9, one of my good buddies, he like went into the car at some tournament, I don't know where, like some old school tournament, to smoke or something. I'm not sure what they were doing. I think they were smoking. And they're in the car and the windows are down, and they're in the parking garage and they see Westballz like walking around, just kind of like looking around, not really doing anything in particular, but he's got like a burrito in his hand.
Scheming with a burrito.
Yeah. No one knows. But he stops and he like looks at the burrito in his hand and he like puts both hands on it and just looks at it intently, and he throws it up at the ceiling as hard as he can.
He had to be tripping on fucking ass.
What
Holy
the fuck?
The burrito explodes. Fuck! Like he didn't expect the burrito to explode or something.
Wow.
Everyone's like, why did Westballz throw that burrito? Why did you do that?
Has anyone ever went up to him and be like, dude, what was the deal with that burrito? What the fuck was your problem that night?
You know, I think they just let it go.
Yeah, I feel that. Okay, fair enough. He probably wasn't in a good like mind space anyway. You don't want to kind of dogpile him.
That's fair. I don't want to like kick a man while he's down, you know?
A moment of weakness.
Just like, this man just lost his burrito.
I don't know.
That's
sometimes
insane.
when I get sad, I also throw a burrito at the ceiling.
Yeah, I just like it. I'll go into the fridge and find some like ham and just toss it at the ceiling as hard as I can. Hope it sticks. While I'm just crying.
If it's not readily available, I'll prepare it. I'll marinate it.
Cooking a fine burrito.
Yeah.
Go to the store.
You're just like calmly and like lovingly cooking up burrito ingredients, and then don't just throw it onto the fucking ceiling.
And as soon as it's done, immediately like descend each.
Stare at it with like this warm look.
All right. So I believe now we should talk about EVO 2014.
Yeah, that's fair. EVO 2014 was I think that was our first national tournament together as a region.
Oh, well, yeah, you're right. We actually have a group picture somewhere. We rolled out with
quite a few,
20
dudes,
people.
Yeah, 20 dudes over a few, over only 3 hotel rooms, I think.
Yeah, 805 goes hard, especially at nationals. They'll goon together. I'm actually in the Genesis 3 805 picture. If you look really hard, you see Slime in the very top left corner.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm peeking over like Cow. I thought it'd be really funny if I just was in it. No one noticed.
I actually never noticed.
Yeah, I'm in it.
We'll go tag you, and so that way everyone knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, EVO 2014, I believe that was the tournament where that's where Axe Force talked Silent Wolf, I believe. Right?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That was sick. Watching that live.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was super dope.
Goblin.
But I'll leave this story to Kurt.
Oh wait, is it that story? The one I'm looking at right now.
It's we will not name any names.
All right, sure. A prominent member of 805, maybe not so much anymore. Doesn't play much. Anyway, he had been talking to this other guy and his girlfriend for quite a while, and it's kind of just what he does. So we're not really suspecting anything of it. But every night, it was
it's okay. It's okay. I'll bleep it out.
He was missing every night. We're just wait, where'd he go? What's he up to? And we're well, he's an adult. He's probably fine. And the next day he'd show up with this crazy story of oh man, I when saw this girl and all this stuff happened. We're oh, good for you, bro. That's But it turns out on the second night he had organized this what's the term? This this trifecta, if you will,
this meetup,
this situation with this guy and his girlfriend. And all we heard for the next day was his regret over having done this with another man.
So, oh my god!
Wait,
so he
are we
planned
talking about
out. He so he organized a threesome.
Yes, he did.
Oh my god!
Yo, the kicker to this story is that another one of our members. So they were doing their thing in the room, right?
That's right. I forgot about
the kicker is that this guy was at the next bed over, and he was asleep under the covers. They didn't even know he was there.
Oh my god!
And so I'm pretty sure he woke up in the midst of that, and he just didn't know what to do. So he just stayed there the whole time.
He just stayed still.
Don't move. They won't notice me.
There's a point of no return that you can't just be
oh my
sorry
god,
guys, I'm here.
Yeah. So okay. So wait, this happened in one of your guys' 805 rooms.
I wasn't in that room. I believe Kurt was. Is that right?
No, I think this is in the main 805 room. I had my own little room.
Oh, that's right. You always get one
specifically to avoid this kind of a debauchery situation.
So wait, did he tell the other guys hey, I'm gonna be fucking double teaming this girl? Can you guys just chill and not show up tonight or whatever?
Shoved everyone out of the room. There was 12 people in the room.
What happened? I think they just did it midday or something when it was not in. I don't even know.
That's insane.
We're just gonna let it be a mystery.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Just rolled the dice and it almost worked out.
You know what's also really funny is it had to happen at Evo, right? this was like
Perfect place to happen.
Like,
Yeah,
why
that's pretty-
Evo? Were they out of region or something? Or
It's Las Vegas, dude.
It's just, shit happens.
Just like, I don't know. It's just like an adventurous time for us all. It was like the first national tournament we went to. There was this like crazy energy, you know?
yeah, so it's like let's just wobbly H whoever we can.
It's just wobbling your girlfriend.
It is totally going to be known as wobbling now.
Oh, man.
So it's like double popo on Nana.
Oh, gosh.
All right, so we should probably move on.
That's fair.
So after that, there was this whole thing between, like on Facebook, between Noah and V Money, and
Yes.
yeah, V Money would always talk hella trash,
As he is wont to
hella
do.
trash, and then Noah would fire back. Noah wasn't having that, and then like eventually, like there was just maximum salt, and we're just like, all right, fine, we'll just crew battle you guys, like
We'll do it. We
Yeah,
don't care.
Let's put this to bed, dude. Let's ride.
yeah, it's fine. And then they were like, all right, fine, like come down here 2 hours away, and then we are like,
Oh,
fine, like I guess. So like we thought about it for a while, and eventually we ended up going. We got our whole crew together, and like what ended up happening was
oh yeah, this is a sick story, actually.
here, you go ahead.
I don't remember that much about the crew battle itself. Like, we ended up winning by like a couple stocks.
Yeah, we were very loud, as we always
As we
are.
always are. But it was a lot closer than we expected it to be, which was, I have to give them credit. They're pretty good.
Now this was Claremont as a crew, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Claremont
this
crew.
had. Do you remember the team? It's like I'm seeing V Money, like Phil, Little England. Was Little
Yeah.
England there?
Yeah. That Marth main, Dia.
Oh, Dia. Yeah, he used to be Claremont.
Oh, that is not a bad region.
Oh, by the way, quick little thing. V Money was like, he was talking trash to me as well before this, and he was like, dude, I'll wreck you, like I'll fuck you up, and I was like, all right, dude. And then like he had like 4 stocks in the crew battle, and then I was like, dude, just put me in, I'm gonna like wreck him, and I 3-stocked him.
Yeah,
No, absolutely.
V Money. Ask him about that, and he actually gets really sad. He's like, "Dude, Hulka fucked me up."
He had it coming.
He had it coming.
He had it coming. He was talking trash to me, too, and I told him, like, Victor, we're going to take your region's money, and we're going to buy ourselves in and out with it. And he was like, oh, yeah, sure, whatever. Let's see it when it happens. And so we win the crew battle, and, like, he saltily, like, challenges me to a money match. I'm like, all right, yeah, let's money match. And I win by, like admittedly a sliver. By, like, the skin of my teeth. I clutch it out.
Mm-hmm.
But I take his money, and we go to In-N-Out.
It was a $10 money match, by the way.
$10 money match, and I go to In-N-Out, and I purchase my meal with, like, a shake, because I just got some money. I'm
Yeah,
rolling
like,
big right now.
let's ride.
That's right, dude. And then the cashier's like, all right, that'll be $8.05. And I'm like,
Oh shit!
can we do that one more time? for the people in the back.
For the my boys need to hear that price just one more time. Hit me with it.
Once more.
That's
So I
amazing.
posted like a picture of me like eating the burger and then like the receipt to like the Claremont wall.
That's so sick, actually. Wow.
Yeah, that was special.
What's
that was
Claremont's
fun.
909? You'd have to like, God, that's really hard to plan out. Jesus.
Yeah, that I don't think anything like that will ever happen again.
Oh, it's pure luck.
Inflation costs change the price of the shake at In-N-Out by a couple cents. It's over. It's done.
Delicate balance.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
So
Wait, I wanted to say V Money. We had him on last week. I haven't edited that podcast by the way yet, but it was he did. There was something that happened at the UCI tournament that was actually so funny. V Money's my teammate, by the way. We're good friends, but I also accept his flaws as like a human, right? So
Sure, yeah.
like when I hear these stories about him shit talking, I'm like, well, Victor, you got to learn sometime or whatever, right? So
you know what I love about V Money is that he's genuine.
he is genuine. Yes.
Very genuine.
And he's actually secretly a sweetheart.
I know, that's what I don't like. It's like he tries to pretend that he's savage, but like honestly, he just wants, you to
Wants
like
to be
him.
loved.
Yeah. And it's like that's okay. Don't be embarrassed, Victor. I love you. Anyway. So we were at the UCI tournament it was a couple weeks ago. It was one where Sergio beat Emchi, and Sergio played Santi. and it was really hype. It was actually just me and Victor watching, but there was this other guy who was watching as well, and he was sitting right next to Sergio. So on the setup, it was Santi, Sergio, and then this guy sitting down in a chair as if he were on the rotation. So they play close game, first one. We're freaking out. Me and Victor are like, holy shit, he's going to beat Santi. Santi clutches it out. This kid who's sitting next to Sergio reaches over Sergio and holds out his fist. And he's like, that was sick, dude, to Santi. And Santi just kind of weirdly, like, bumps his fist. And me and Victor are looking at each other like, what the fuck is this? And so he goes up to this kid and taps him on the shoulder. And in the most sincere way possible, he's like, hey, can you fuck off? And the kid just looks up at Victor and he's like, okay, and just leaves. Like he just fucked off. Like that was it. It was so funny, dude.
Sometimes you just gotta fuck off.
And he was like, yeah,
Yes.
you know what, I can go and fuck off. Yeah, no problem. And he just did. So yeah, that was a really good Victor moment. But anyway.
Can you just fuck off? That's so brutal, dude.
Can you do us all a favor and just fuck
off, dude?
Leave, kid.
So what should we talk about now?
Let's see. What do we got here? Wait, what is?
I'll tell that story. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. So, this was before 805 was like actually like a big solidified region. We'd go over to like Noah's house, and it would just be like four of us, like Alex, Tuxedo Mask, myself, and Noah. And Noah brought one of his friends over, and so we had Mark pretend that he was deaf.
What? Why?
I don't know.
Just to ride.
Just to ride. And so every time we would like talk to him, he would start like signing at us. And we pretend to say like really mean things about him, and then he wouldn't hear. And everyone else was just like, like this one kid was just like really uncomfortably looking at us, like, "Wait, what?
Like, why are they being so mean to that guy?"
Asshole, like that's not okay.
What would you say? Like, this fucking deaf bastard is so bad at this fucking game, dude.
I don't remember what exactly, but it was like in that vein.
I really like Noah's tournaments are Noah's Ark. I think that's really clever.
That's a cute thing. Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, those are actually great tournaments too.
We just had one the other day. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did. There was Monkey Ball. Just if you guys were wondering.
Monkey Ball was streamed, as a matter of fact.
Find it on noahsark.twitch. I don't fucking know.
So the viewers can see. Anyway, so like we orchestrate. So like at the perfect moment, he gets this sick like down air. And then he just stands up and he's like, "Ooh, get fucked!" It's like, what?
How long did that go on for? By the way,
I think it was like 15, maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah, I want to be able to keep my composure.
Yeah, Mark's a champ. He adhered to the joke, took it to its logical conclusion.
That's always good. Like when you do a long joke and you just run, it really does test like your will as like a human being. Like, can I compromise myself for this long?
Wow. It's not trivial, certainly.
Yeah.
So, let's see. What should we get at next? I was thinking this.
Okay.
All right. So
yeah.
This.
I was actually wondering if you guys like went to. I mean, it was one of my favorite tournaments of this year, like Travis Extravaganza.
Hands down, the greatest tournament that SoCal has ever seen and will ever see.
You know, when you have celebrities like Guy Fieri and
live performances by who was it?
Those Sick Minds.
I think it was Sick Minds. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys had some really sick sponsors. It was LensCrafters.
Yeah. Like $600. Like who would have thought that? Like out of all the companies, LensCrafters would have sponsored.
Yeah,
that
they
event.
really did pull through, and that was a tight grab with the account management there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know what the sickest part about it was? Is that it was held at the Playboy Mansion.
Yes, and that was such a hard venue to book. Like, yeah. I mean,
it was like a last minute thing.
Yeah, but Travis, you guy, and then
Travis really well connected.
Hefner, he, we call him that because we're close. Hefner, like our thing there, and it was sick. It was really cool.
Yeah, LensCraft just had a little like eye exam booth, and that was really successful. A lot of people.
Right. I mean, what's more important to Melee than your eyeballs, right?
Really?
I heard it also went down in the grotto.
It did. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. There was also a ton of side events, which are just really great sort of spectator things. There was a karate fight between.
Oh yeah, that was sick.
Yeah,
You guys should have been there.
it was almost like it wasn't like Kumite to the death, right? But it was very close, and
It was extreme, you know. Like these young men were very seriously injured.
We actually weren't sure if they were going to make it.
yeah, paramedics were on deck at the mansion, but I mean, you never know sometimes.
You really never
Yeah,
know.
you know what else they had there? If you beat Travis, the man of the tournament,
He gave you a golden
he
retriever.
just gave you a free golden retriever puppy.
Yeah, yes, I remember that. There was a whole room that was just full of them. They were just like yipping.
Yipping and yapping.
They were so cute, you know.
So that was really good. I have mine. His name's Derek, and
Oh yeah, that's the one on the cover photo,
that's
right?
the cover. That's right. Yeah, I earned him at the Travis
That's
Extravaganza.
Now he's a big old puppy.
Big old
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know how they grow.
really fast, turns out. So yeah, that was a great tournament. I'm really glad we did it.
That was what I actually did because the thread was really great for the tournament. I screen capped everything in it because I thought it was just such a landmark occasion. So I'll link the screen caps in the description for you guys who unfortunately didn't get to experience the greatest Melee tournament of all time.
Yeah,
That's fair, you know.
Guy Fieri got like second place.
Yeah,
DD got like
You
Who would've
never,
thought?
yeah. He did it all with Doc too. Who knew?
Yeah, I really didn't expect him to play Doc. You know, that of all things is pretty unexpected.
His neutral was
Fieri's
impeccable.
Doc, it's actually straight fire.
But yeah, you know, maybe hopefully we'll get to do another one day, and all the viewers will fly out from out of region.
Yeah, we can get there might be a fun started up by Lenscrafters again. Get some bigger names coming.
Maybe
And,
we'll see.
Let's see what we can do.
I heard that Kesha might be interested in coming.
oh, great! Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
It is L.A., right? I mean, the stars
Yeah,
are all here.
absolutely.
Anything could happen. First, we'll talk about Evo 2015.
All right, sure.
So, as you kind of figured, 805 likes to drink a lot.
So it's fun.
It's that's just what we do after pools or before day 2 or
It's what we do after pools and before pools and during pools.
on day 3.
I was kind of like the slushy provider for that trip.
Is this a euphemism?
No, like I went out and bought the slushy.
Yeah, they have these gigantic alcoholic slushies that you can buy at just random stands in the hotel.
Oh, okay.
And they're like 3 feet. They're like ridiculous. They're absurd. And
So good.
yeah. And so like the night's like getting pretty late, and they're like, "Hey, Kurt, why don't you go on a slushy run? Bring us back too, like extra shot of like 161." And I'm like, "All right, sure, whatever." And it really just shocked me how irresponsible these like slushy salesmen are, because I walk up to the stand like already like way like pretty drunk, and I'm like, "Hey, can I get like 2 slushies, like as strong as you can make them, please?"
I want to die. Help me, please.
I'm trying to like die right now. Just, yeah, sure, here you go. And he just like hands them to me. He's like, cash or credit.
You got to sell your soul to be a slushy man, dude.
I guess so, man.
So I have another elevator story that I forgot about. Yeah, it's it's kind of a trend, I guess, for this Evo. It was a theme, and the next day, we all got turned, and we got into this elevator. We were all like super hyped, and we are just having a good time. And then like anyone who would walk in the elevator, there's like a group of 7 of us, and we all just go like, "Hey!"
Like old ladies and fucking dads and shit.
Yeah,
It's
and
like,
so-
hey,
with their,
the party!
like a 9-year-old son.
there was no one left like unpraised.
Say what you will about the 805, they love everyone if they're drunk enough.
So anyways, this one dude just like comes into the elevator and we're like, "Hey!" And the dude's like, "Hey, I'm super fucked up right now." We're like, "Hey, we kind of are too." And then he was like, "I don't even know where I am." And we're like, "Oh fuck."
Oh, that's a problem. We should like
Oh,
You guys instantly went from 100 to 0, like to concerned, like, oh man, hey, can we help you out?
Oh, like, are you? Did you just like take you to your room? Like,
yeah, it's like, are you okay?
Yeah, that was a fun tournament.
I have a question for you guys. Do you think Noah is the best Bowser in SoCal?
Arguably.
Okay.
I don't know if he is or not, but he's up there.
Yeah,
He's up
like,
there.
He's definitely top 3. I'll say that.
he beat Westballz.
That's right.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember if there was anything in between Evo 2015 and 2016. There was Genesis. Nothing
crazy.
Oh, wait.
In Genesis.
Actually,
wait, is that when the chants happened?
the what?
The chants in the top 8?
Yeah,
Or was that Evo?
that was Genesis.
Okay, that was Genesis.
So and also that's where like the security guard kind of gave us a hard time too.
oh yeah, that was a problem.
When we went over to Oscar's room.
What happened?
I wasn't there when that happened.
Oh, you weren't.
I like left before that
Oh yeah, you're right. So, I thought you were there.
for a little bit, but I dipped.
So basically, we're just like trying to figure out like what to do. We're all just bored, and it's like end of day 2, and we don't really need to prepare for anything for the next day. And so we hit up, I think, Oscar, and we go over to his hotel room with like a bunch of other people, and like Army's super sad because like
I think he got peached or something.
yeah he got
peached
he got
super hard.
He got peached and got like 600th at Genesis
Oh
3.
God.
And he was just not feeling it. He
He
was
a bad time,
he might have been a little tipsy.
Possibly. Who's to say?
So they all decided that'd be a good idea to like go over there and smoke in the room,
Sure, yeah.
just to like, I don't know, just have a good time. And then like everyone's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, why are you guys in our room? Like like you guys come in here and make a ruckus. And then like eventually the security guard got called.
So wait,
or,
it
like,
was Oscar's room, and everyone just gooned in there and started smoking weed.
yeah.
Well, I think Oscar was doing that already.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it might have been that, but
There
anyways,
was just too many people. There
there
was
was
too
way-
many cooks in the kitchen.
way too many people. It went from like 0 to 100 like real fast.
Yeah.
Like people were just like talking really loud and laughing, and there's smoke like coming out from under the door. And then basically a security guard got called.
I don't know
And-
how we like got out of this one.
Well, the thing that happened was that
How do we get out of this caper, Jake?
what ended up happening was like once we heard that was going on, we were just like, all right, we just need a dip. We got to go. We're
Yeah.
doing too much harm. And then we go, and then we get to the elevator, and then like right as we turn, actually, the corner that we turned before the elevator, we immediately just stop and like we freeze him, and we saw like a security guard there, and he's just like giving us the death glare right now.
Right, like he knew.
It was you.
So he's just giving us the death glare, and then we're just like we're talking like along the way, but then we just like we just stopped talking immediately, and we're just like looking at him back.
We didn't do anything, officer. I swear, we're upstanding citizens.
It's like we didn't know what to do, so we just kind of looked at him for like a solid 5 seconds, and then we just hear ding, and then so he gets on the elevator and goes down, and then immediately when the door shuts, we just start like busting up laughing like.
You just had like a stare down with him, and then the elevator saved your ass.
Dude, I tried so hard not to laugh. Next was Evo.
Evo 2016, yeah.
Evo-
Actually, Evo 2016 wasn't that crazy all around.
I think it was. I think it was.
Okay, well, that's because I like avoided most of it. I feel like somehow.
I feel like Kurt gets like older as the years go on, and he gets his own rooms, and he like slowly starts to break off from the goonery.
I mean, I love the goonery, I love to like dip into it though. I don't like to.
Fair enough.
I don't like to bathe in the goonery. Quick,
Fair
like
enough.
toe in the water,
Right? Yeah.
So, actually, there's a lot of debauchery that happened at this tourney.
I think the most notable one is like there was like 22 people in your room.
Yeah, this was so.
I think there was literally like that number, 22.
I'm pretty sure everyone was hammered. As
Yeah,
well.
And there was way too much noise.
There was way too much noise. There's way too much heat. There's just way too many
There's a
men
problem
in
all
one
around.
room at
Too
the
many
same
sweaty
time.
nerds.
So
I think we got like a noise complaint somehow. Like someone actually were like, "Hey, keep it
here,
down."
I'll tell the story.
All right, I'll let you handle it.
So a security guard comes to our room, and it's actually for a completely irrelevant reason. The reasoning being that our phone somehow got off the hook, and no one hung it up, and it was definitely Kurt's fault.
Okay, so we'll get there in a second. So I dropped the ball hardcore.
So the phone was off the hook, and basically they came to our room and they were like, "Guys, like we can hear everything that's going on," and
Oh no!
And so they're like, "I need to come in the room to
investigate,
investigate." And
we're like, "That's not a good idea.
Here,
you shouldn't do that."
We're like, I was like, I didn't want him in the room because like there was someone not having a good time in the bathroom, and I didn't want the
security guard to see it. Yeah.
I didn't want to see the situation escalate, or
right.
You know, I didn't want anything bad to happen. So me and Griffin, aka Stuzy, kind of like deterred him away.
Did you just like throw a burrito at the wall and just like, hey, look over there?
Luckily, we had a donut, and we actually like threw like a frisbee down the hall. And
that seemed to do the trick.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, is that a frisbee? God damn, I love those.
Whoa, look at that thing go!
Chases it like a golden retriever.
So yeah, that ended up happening, and it kind of like put me a little bit on edge because I didn't want, you know, anything bad to happen because it was my deposit and my name was on the room.
His name on the.
So I'm like, all right, everyone, like we need to calm down. Like everyone, I need a lot of people to leave. So
everyone leaves.
Yeah, everyone leaves, and then like for some reason I see Noah just come back with Zio with a full pack of like, you know, those water bottles that are complimentary that the hotel hopes you drink and you pay for.
Yes.
He comes back with a whole pack, like a 12 pack of those, and I was like, dude,
dude, no, please.
Like, I don't want to pay for this. This is a lot of money. And so I was like, dude, Noah, we have to take these back. And he's like, I don't want to take it back. You take it back. And I was like, dude, fine, I'll carry it, but you need to show me like where you got this. And then so we go back, and he ended up going into like a supply closet for like. He found a supply closet where like
just stole water bottles.
Yeah, he did. He didn't know this, and so like it was this closet that like these maids use and stuff. And so I was like, what the hell? You went in here and you took it? Like, really? And he's like, yeah, I was thirsty. I was like, all right, fine, whatever. And then Noah tells me, hey, you see that trash can right there? I was like, yeah. And he's like, me and Zio piss in that trash can.
Oh god.
You're like, all right, buddy, let's go back home. Go back to the room. You did good.
Good job. I was like, holy shit, you guys are the most degenerate people I've ever seen in my life.
Wow. That was pretty wild.
So that was Evo. You want to talk about the chants?
Sure, yeah. So I think it was like the day after, maybe the next day after. We go to grand finals, or top 8, whatever, same thing. And we have like all our seats together, and you know the boys are getting rowdy, we're yelling, having a good time. And there's this trailer for some like King of Fighters, or maybe like the anime waifu fighter.
By
3D.
the way, Stuzy Griffin snuck in a whole bunch of
like water bottles
of you know what
of things.
Yes,
we're getting toasty. And there's this trailer for like, I think it was maybe Blaze Blue or like Skullgirl or something, but they were introducing this new like character, and she's like this like anime girl. And so Stuzy starts this chase like anime. Like,
he has a loud voice too. His voice carries.
He can really project.
Oh yeah.
And then it's like it morphs into like something more sinister. It's like hentai.
And then eventually he just starts chanting like tentacles.
Oh god!
Like even like the people in front of us thought it was hilarious. Yeah. Like it was super funny.
It was funny.
So if any listeners heard the tentacles chat or the tentacles chant at Evo 2016 top 8. That was your boys right here, dude.
Now you know.
Now you know.
Oh, by the way, on topic of the chants, there's this one chant that you might have heard of, the CRT chant.
It was right at the start of Melee. They wheel out the CRT.
Yeah, they wheeled out the CRT, and then Stuzy was like,
that was Stuzy.
He was like,
Really?
Trinitron, and then eventually it delved into like CRT.
Wow, that was actually like the famous chant that happened at the top 8. Everyone's talking about that one. That was Stuzy.
That was Stuzy.
You can thank Stuzy Floozy for that one.
Fuck yeah, dude.
The man himself.
That's his handprint on the world right there.
Pretty much, dude. That's
what he's going to be known for.
Yeah.
Dude, you were the guy that did the CRT chant.
Whoa! People like
that one year at the time Hungry Box won.
It's like, oh yeah. So we're about to wrap her up here. You guys got any final fucking stories about Noah and Zio peeing together? Anything like that?
Let me check the notebook real quick.
We actually brought notes for this. We were very well prepared.
That's so sick, actually, because like that's me half the time, and usually it's a post-it note.
I'll have you know that I did all the notes.
I contributed 2 things to the list. I'll have you know.
Well, you didn't get to be the mod of r/SSBM without writing a couple things down, Hulka.
Is that what I'm known for now?
I think so.
Yes.
Oh, no.
It says it on your Twitter. You're the one that you did this.
That's the first thing it says.
Yeah.
Oh God. You're right.
You craft your own identity.
Yeah. Basically, me and a couple other people teamed up, and we created what you know today. And I've had to deal with a lot of mail and
shit posting.
Really? So you get when there's like a reported comment, you get flagged for it, right?
Yep. When there's a reported comment, and any user has the ability to message the mod team. So just take what you will from that.
Hold on, I'm going to report something really quick, and I'm going to...
Jake's phone just starts buzzing.
Is it like
there's like a loud, like obnoxious alarm that goes on?
Is it the bat line?
He like walks out of class whenever he gets one. He's like, "Sorry, this is business. I got to take it."
Put on my sunglasses.
Duty calls.
That's the reality of it for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do it in the Big House 6 pool scouting where I called Indy an asshole, and I'm going to. There it is.
Well, I don't get notified if someone reports something, but if you I'll see like a little yellow thing pop up that says report :1.
Oh, there's all these things. It says, what rule does this break? Be respectful. Mods have the final say. No circle jerking. No spoilers. I'm gonna put no circle jerking. Reported.
Good choice.
Okay.
I'll probably see that later though.
Okay. So I reported that. Nobody says Indy's good. Not on my watch.
Thank you for that. We appreciate it. You know what's funny actually is one other dude, the guy that did the CS for everything. His name is Gatorade on RSSBM.
Doesn't he?
Yeah, he's from 805. We have 2 805 people
Wow, I don't like that actually. That's like
collusion.
That's like oligarchy shit. Yeah, you politicians just do each other favors, dude, and that's the way the world works.
We say that there's a rule against circle jerking, really.
Really? Let's be honest. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up. We do like viewer emails. We don't have very many, and I think I'll save the rest for next week because this it just ran kind of long. But I do have one from a man named Chris Pack, who some of us may know.
The guy that lost the Ringler.
He says, "Hey guys, I play Melee for fun because I think it's a dope-ass game. However, the more I play the game, the more I think that 99% of the people playing are doing so for some sense of fucked up entitlement that they beat X or Y player. I clearly don't do this, and I play for the fun of the game. That being said, how do I ensure that I never fucking lose to Ringler in tournament again? Your biggest fan, CPAC. Well, CPAC, I don't have the answer for you because I have lost to Ringler in tournament as of a couple days ago, and you and me are holding that L to the day we fucking die, son. Like that, and that's just it.
See, the goal to never lose to Ringler again is just...
Is to what?
That's my
you
just
cut
don't
out.
play him. Just don't go to tournaments.
Just don't go to tournaments.
When you lose, just quit.
Okay, yeah.
You ended your career.
So there you go. See, there's one option. Just don't play Melee anymore.
You can't lose if you never play.
That's right.
I think that's an overlooked strategy.
I lost, dude, and it was you know what happened? That fucker, the first game, I did a double laser from a ledge and it was really bad, and he like down tilted me and I lost a stock for it. It was my last stock for the first game, and he looks at me and he says, "That's not safe." Like,
Oh my god!
Oh, no.
come on, dude. I'm already
I'm so
at fucking
sorry.
Final Destination, dude. I'm already here at this venue with these smelly boys. But you know what? I hold the L. I take the L. It's just how I get in CPAC. You got to take the L too. You have 2 of them. I only have 1, but that's okay.
No one's counting.
No one's counting. I'm not counting, but you have 2 and I have 1, which is double the amount of I had.
If someone were counting, that's what the count would be.
So yeah, I just thought that would be funny. But yeah, anyway, thanks for coming on, guys. Kurt, it was cool to meet you through the internet.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much for having us. It's been an absolute pleasure. I love this podcast.
Yeah, it's super funny. If you want to talk to Hulka, just raise some hell on r/SSBM and you'll encounter him eventually. But yeah, I'll post your Twitters and stuff. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. Everything is cool. And if you ever come to SoCal and the 805 yells at you, just know that they're doing it because...
Out of love.
Is it out of love?
It's just out of for the sport of it.
They're yelling at you because it's fun, and you suck.
That's actually my word. Yeah, because it's fun.
To be honest, TBH.
So yeah, don't take offense. Just enjoy the ride, the 805 ride.
Yeah. So I also want to say thanks for having me as well, and it was a good time.
Yes. I'll see you probably next week when we somehow have to play again. I don't know how to end these typically. Ezekiel, you can end it since you've been silently just covering yourself in oil for the entire podcast.
Okay, well, we're all playing Melee, as we were talking about before, right? For one goal or another. But at the end of the day, what it really comes down to is who is the fastest hedgehog. Goodbye. Thank you for turning into bad news.
Yes.
Very well said. See.
I agree. That was the best closer we could have hoped for.